Tell me about what we're doing. It's pirate radio?
Yeah, we can do whatever we want.
What's with this brunch theme?
We're just working gentlemen's hours. We don't want to burn out, you know. So we don't need to give score updates. We don't need to worry about who's got priority or how much time's remaining. We're just having a chat with some friends.
What about post-heat interviews?
We specialise in during heat interviews. So we're just gonna catch up with our buddies for 3 hours every day, over a couple of beverages, bit of chat, bit of banter, maybe dial up some guests.
You think Kelly will call?
We can't get Kelly to stop calling. I think we should get a few waves at some point too. We don't want to work too hard.
Yeah.
Pirates don't work too hard, right? And they drink rum.
Yeah. So we can surf before, we can surf after, we can drink during. This is starting to sound like it works.
Who the hell are you?
We're the other guys. Aloha and welcome to the Super Bowl Sunday edition of The Other Guys. Chris Finns here from Red Bull Surfing, Travis Ferry from White Youth alongside me, and we are here to, well, we're the alternate commentary stream for the Volcom Pipe Pro. We're doing a deep dive in everything that's gone down this week at what has been a crazy event. And with it being the Super Bowl, we figured what better time than to get the grill going and have a little bit of a tailgate here in the backyard. Travis.
Chris, is this your first Super Bowl party?
No, I've done
You've been around. Sorry, I don't know.
Are you saying I look like a rookie?
No, you actually look like an expert.
Yeah,
We're grilling.
Would you like a hot dog?
Oh, I actually don't eat them, but there's plenty of people in the yard who are going to eat them up. So.
Yeah, well, I've got one prepared here for Vaughan Blakey at some point.
Oh,
Travis,
it looks like he's right here.
There's a surf competition going on at the moment.
There is. It's the Super Bowl of surfing, really. It's 8 to 10 foot pipe, and we've been watching guys absolutely get blown out of insane barrels all morning. We've got the live webcast here.
That's for you,
We're
Vaughn.
serving dogs to them. And yeah, just trying to enjoy Super Bowl.
8 to 10 foot waves
With,
with tailgating.
Yeah.
We've got our tips up here. You're picking Noah Dean to win the event. I'm picking Jack Robinson, my West Australian homeboy. We spoke to Cam Richards before. He picked Mason Ho about 3 seconds before Mason got knocked out, which was great.
Yeah.
And Kaipo, the commentator, he came and just told us Josh Moniz was his tip to take this thing out. So we got
Josh just had a really good heat, actually. If you're watching at home, he I think pulled the first backdoor wave of the day, which is a little local knowledge because it's kind of maxing on backdoor and there's not a whole lot over there, but he nailed one. And coming in behind him, Noah Dean. So I'm still in the running.
So Noah Dean continuing the good run we've had of guests on our show this week, getting some results. We had Mason Ho. He's already snuck through a heat this morning. He blew us away yesterday. Not quite sure what he was talking about, but it was all gold.
Yeah, yeah, Mason. We spent an hour with Mason that we're still unpacking personally what went on, but it was a highlight of my talking to surfer's career, and I'll never forget it. So
in a similar vein, we had Noah Dean. He just ruled his last heat as well. Him and Josh Moniz getting through. Unfortunately, who'd they knock out in the process? Solly Bailey.
Solly Bailey, last year's defending champ. He gave it a good go. He just got clipped on a couple at the end, and he didn't make it. But you know who the big surprise is? I think it's like buzzing throughout here is South Carolina's Cam Richards.
Oh,
you know, he's obviously stopped by this morning.
Yep. He refused to pick himself. He couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So he picked a guy who'd already been eliminated.
And,
clever.
Very clever. But yeah, Cam's had a really impressive morning. Yesterday he went back, or 2 days ago, backdoor. Today opted for the lefts and was very much rewarded this morning.
Another one of our guests, Mikey Wright, is in the water right now, and well, he's not quite doing it as well as we'd like, but plenty of time remaining, kinda. He's 4.5 minutes to go. He needs a score. Anything in the sort of 5-6 range will get him up and away.
So, Binzi, we need to recap this week. It's been like a blur. We've talked to just about every layer.
Yeah, help yourself,
we've
man.
got to get in there. One of our protection specialists is here. This is what we have guarding most of the set here in the corner of the Volcom house.
Well, I feel safe. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, we've also had Mikey Wright. We've had J.O.B. He's still going with his role. We're going to hopefully catch up with him later. Balaram Stack was a good chat. Got knocked out yesterday and then went out and put on the redemption sessions.
Yeah, I came down last night and watched the evening third reef I guess you'd call it 17-3 if there were all sorts of waves breaking.
No worries.
All right, cheers and happy Super Bowl.
Go Pats.
No. Yeah, Balaram got knocked out and was kind of like, said he was pretty frustrated. Just one of those heats that kind of was out of his hands, but he knew what he needed to do and it just didn't happen. Went out for one of those redemption sessions and
hopefully we can deep dive into that later with some highlights.
Oh yeah, we'll show you what's going on there.
Speaking of highlights, we've got a package of our highlights from the week, which I'm keen to check this out because
I'm glad they didn't show these to us.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to roll through a quick recap of all that's gone down on the other guys this week. Super Bowl Sunday finals day here at the Volcom Pipe Pro. I'm getting back to the grill. Don't go anywhere. More of the other guys coming up right after this. Good or bad for surfing? Wave pools.
So good for sure. I mean, just give it to me. Give it to me, and give it to all of us, and it's good.
Have you tapped Uncle Kelly on the shoulder yet and gone, "Oi, where's my?" I
gave him a bunch of taps. He's just tapped me back, not like, "Come on, bring your dad and your uncle." Nope.
Not yet.
I love him though.
Come on,
That's my favorite. Grandmaster Kelly, bring us to your wave pool.
All right, next one is Mason Ho. Good or bad for surfing?
The best there ever, besides.
The best there ever has been or will be.
Nah, I'm just kidding. There's Mike Ho and Derek Ho, Jerry Lopez, Michael Peterson. Look them up. Mark Ocalupo, Tom Carroll. Neko Patarats.
Yes.
Neko is good for surfing. He's
there's all
good.
Beshens, Shane, Gavin Beshen, Dino and Dino, Christian Fletcher, Nathan Fletcher, Kobe Aberton. Just goes
You're in that pack. You are
I miss
right
so
in
many
that
cool
pack.
people too. I'm gonna get in trouble.
No. You're drafting off that pack. There's more.
Sheldon Paishon.
You're all good. We think
boys.
you're great for surfing. It's been a pleasure having you on the other guys.
Love ya.
Yeah, I'm just here hanging out, and, working hard, but it's not work. I just got to surf a bunch and training too, so it's a ball. And then, try to finish world #1. That's the goal for sure.
And finish The Bachelor.
Oh, did you see my story?
Yeah, what's the deal with The Bachelor?
I am locked in on The Bachelor. It's insane.
Is there a new one? I can tell you who wins. Isn't it over?
No, it's not over. No,
okay.
Every Monday, man. It's intense.
Okay. I've been locked in.
I got the Super Bowl on Sunday and then Bachelor on Monday.
Big couple days here on the North Shore.
What's it like being kind of up towards the pointy end of Quicksilver's team? I think, at the Quickie Pro at Snapper every year, they're telling kids to come up, and the first kid who runs up with a Mikey Wright haircut wins a T-shirt or whatever. Do you see kids with mullets everywhere? Are you like a Peter Pan rock star to them?
No. I've been actually saying that. I've been seeing a lot of kids. I have a lot of kids actually send us photos on Insta and saying like, how's my mullet, or like, or tagging us in their photos that they put up and stuff. So I think it's pretty funny, especially like the little groms when you see them out surfing and stuff, and they're ripping and they have a mullet. It's kind of like, yeah, sick.
We had Kalani David, who's firing up his chapter 2, which was, I think, a highlight for me, seeing him come through.
Yeah, I think we've decided he's our boy.
Yeah.
We're getting behind Kalani David. He's not got any sponsors at the moment, but the other guys are definitely throwing all of our support behind him.
We do have stickers, Kalani, if you'd like. We'd like to put you on our team.
Leave me hanging here, Trev. Welcome back to the other guys. It's finals day here at the Volcom Pipe Pro. And looks like another one of our favourites here on the other guys, Mikey Wright, just got eliminated. So we're definitely down to the business end of the event. Some of the pipeline specialists are really standing up to be counted today.
We're almost into the quarters.
Yeah, things are getting important. And
pointy? What'd you say? Is that what you're supposed to say?
The business end, the pointy end. Yeah.
I've heard that.
We're going deep into the draw.
Yeah.
And
a lot of surprises in the quarters already.
A lot of surprises.
Cam Richardson, Noah Dean, #1 surprises for me.
Yep. Two of our boys right there. We're backing them.
Backing them.
And we're about probably 3, 4 or 5 hours away from crowning a champ, so stay tuned. You can all go away and watch your football game later, but keep it right here. You've got
what's a better
pipeline going off its face.
best pregame I've ever seen?
Come tailgate with us, the other guys. We've been here all week. We're the alternate commentary stream, as we said, for the Volcom Pipe Pro. We've been having a great chat with plenty of guests. And I guess now's a good time to go away and figure out what we've learned this week, Travis.
Let's reminisce a little bit. I've definitely learned I'm in the minority on wave pools. Apparently the greatest thing that's ever happened in the world of surfing. I'll just keep hunting around the world trying to find waves with salt, and maybe I'll be alone by the end of this.
I think we've also learned that we're, what have we got here? Finn McGill.
Oh,
wow, that was a bomb.
It looks like you're gonna get it. The webcast is gonna give you a.
Yeah, and who have we got behind him?
You can't ignore this.
Is this Ian Walsh?
Yeah. Oh, clip.
Wow. Mikey Wright's limping up the beach in front of us. Hope he's okay. He packed that massive backdoor pit at the end of the heat. So, yeah, we're going to be as distracted as anyone today.
Yeah.
It's firing out there. But, yeah, we were deep diving.
Keep your eye on the grill, too. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, ooh. Yeah, good. Thanks, Trav.
Yep. Keep it warm, but not burnt.
So while I'm over here, you don't like eating meat, but we've got our guests. We just had the security guards come over. That was
feed those guys first.
startling,
Keeping us safe.
somewhat reassuring. Who are some of the other guests we've come on? Well, we've learned this week that KALANI, not really human.
No, the words. Yeah, there's RT.
Hey, RT. Would you like a hot dog?
The man behind all the Volcom surf films, is right there. Wandering around the yard.
Genius that he is.
So KALANI, yeah, I think the quote that stands out to me is when the missile false alarm was going off, he actually wondered if it would hit in a place that would add any oomph to the waves.
Out the back of Jaws,
And
ideally.
he said it with an earnest smile,
So
like
could
he
get
actually meant.
So he could
it.
get a 120-foot roll in.
Yeah. So.
Yep, Kenny
not me.
KALANI, not human. What did we learn from? We had a chat to Dave Brodan from WSL. We learned that the Olympics might be held in a pool, might not be. He was a bit shady about how deep he wanted to go with all that. We learned this week that Kelly Slater loves beer. That is a revelation.
He loves beer and
does not like animal.
Oh yeah,
products.
he's a beer drinking vegan wave pool maker. It's another chapter.
It's some god stuff he's got going on.
It's another chapter.
He's the king. We got to back him.
Yeah, no, I back him. Keep doing it. Keep freaking us out, Kelly. I like it.
We learned that everyone loves foil boarding. Everyone. Anyone who's tried that, they love it.
There's Mitch Colburn said it was aesthetically a little bit unpleasant to the eye. He's the only person that got even remotely close to negative, other than keep it safe out there and stay away from people.
Mason Ho said that he only thinks you're allowed to have 3 foils at a time, and they have to be this size.
Yeah.
But he also said he made a pact.
Can you get Balaram a dog? I think he just needs a hot dog, possibly.
He made a pact with a mate that he wasn't ever going to ride a foil, and he's like, but I think I'm lying. I think I'm going to end up doing
There's
that.
going to be some outer reef, and Mason's going to be sneaking away stealthily.
We're looking at a replay now of Finn McGill probably getting the wave of the day. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, if he's that happy, he's already gotten the 10 in this event. He's got wheels on his car.
He's gotta be happy with that.
If he's that happy,
We also learned that everyone who's come on this week has been a massive fan of Kalani David. I don't know if anyone's been a bigger fan than us. We've got him right here. He's coming to join us on the set of the other guys. Our number one team rider.
Kalani, team rider.
Welcome back. Would you like a hot dog?
We pay him to show up, so that's why he's here.
Yeah,
Like a hot
sure.
dog?
Yeah. I've got a hot dog.
How's your week been?
It's been actually great. How about you guys?
I've never had more fun in the front yard at the house. I mean, waves are pretty good today. I'm sure it's killing you.
Run yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's actually torturing me right now.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people walking around this yard.
They're so angry. There's a lot of people angry.
Yeah.
I thought it was just me, and then I'd feel a little bit better, but still.
You put on a good show. It was a pleasure catching up and seeing you get back out there. And
Which
putting a
condiments would
jersey
you
on.
like, Kalani?
No.
Mustard, ketchup?
Just ketchup.
Just ketchup? Relish?
Just a ketchup
Nah,
guy.
I'm okay. Just a ketchup guy.
Anything from the salt and pepper shaka?
No.
Oh, you finally got to use it.
Wow.
We're
There you
kitted
go.
out over
Thank
here.
you.
So not only do we provide stickers, we provide
Filet
Food.
mignons.
Yep.
nutrition of the highest order. Have you, Kalani? We need to ask you. Have you got a tip for today? Who's going to win the event?
Yeah. Got any prediction? We got a chalkboard over here.
Is Mason still in it?
Nope.
No, Mason went down this morning. Yeah. Some board trouble.
Frick. I mean, Jack.
Jack Robbo,
Or-
done.
Yeah.
I actually saw a pretty cute photo of you guys, and I can't say cute because I
Eagles or
think
Pats? Sorry.
Either Jack or is Josh still in it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seth-
Josh is
yeah,
still going.
Jack or Josh.
you can circle
yeah.
them both. They're both.
Josh. And Eagles or Patriots?
Oh God. I'm a Steelers fan, but I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles. Just
Alrighty.
because.
Wow, they are everyone's favorite today.
Yeah, if you
Like
like
just because the Pats have won freaking
They beat the
absolutely
Steelers.
every Super Bowl
Yeah.
so far, so they're gonna have
go
to
wild
change it
cards.
So tell us what we're looking at in front of us out in the lineup today.
up. We're looking.
Is this perfect pipe?
Did Finn just get a nuts on?
Yep.
He did.
I think we're looking at it here.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Perfect
no,
pipeline.
that was
that's-
just his throw, his back
That's
up.
his back.
Just his minus score.
He's had a good run.
What do we got here? Talk us
Walk
through
us
this
through
one,
this.
Kalani.
Wow.
Mitch Parkinson.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, that's good.
Thank you. Pride myself on my grilling skills.
Well, that was a nuts drop, but you didn't really get too barreled on that thing.
Must be hard to
You know, when
stall
you're
going
out
that
there
fast.
and you get like all of Hawaii plus some from other countries that come and watch you, you're kind of like, oh, I hope I don't make it on the highlight of the wipeout highlight reel, because that is definitely not fun. I've already done that at Sunset, and when they replay you over and over again, it's definitely not fun.
It's not the best light to be seen.
No.
Now,
not at all.
Kalani, without a doubt, our guest of the week was Mason Ho last night. He just did the usual Mason things, had us in stitches, but in amongst all the laughs, he threw some serious love your way, so that he's always been a massive fan of everything you do, skating and surfing. Pretty
Said
cool to hear that.
Said he calls you over to do tricks for him and he wants to watch you skate.
To
Yeah, he
entertain
does.
him.
Yeah, he does. No, Mason's been my favorite surfer / person ever since since mini groms. Mason's always just, I look up to him because he always keeps everything so fun, and I wish I could always just go surf and film with him every day. Even if he called, be like, hey, come do some tricks for me on Sheepside. We go skate Sheepside sometimes.
Yeah.
He just cruises. He actually skates pretty good, but he holds back because he's like, no, I'm not gonna get hurt. But you could definitely tell if he tried to skate, he could definitely skate.
Yeah, he said he was torn as a kid too, just like love them both. He said he wanted to almost be a skater, and then I think
I actually
his
almost
genes
like,
got into him.
oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow.
Mitch Parker.
Wow, it's actually fighting right now. I'm losing it up here.
It's behind him.
Yeah, I apologize that you're having to enjoy a hot dog with us
Ian
instead
Walsh?
of being out there. That's got to be brutal.
Oh.
No, it's not too bad. At least we're watching everyone get barreled.
What fun.
All right, so Mason, unfortunately,
Okay, let's
knocked
get
this
talking.
morning?
I keep like getting distracted over here. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's why we're keeping it loose. We got rid of the chairs because I'm not gonna be able. I want to be able to see this.
it's a tailgate. We're just mates grilling and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Have a
June
chat.
Joe just sponsored me for information like 30 minutes ago. So
epic.
That is an epic back.
yeah, actually, I just want to say thank you, June Joe.
So hang on, do they have the nose or do we?
Like right,
Yeah, it's getting busy on that board.
and we're getting one. We're going one at a time.
Keep it coming, people.
Well, that's insane.
Yeah, congrats.
mate.
Cheers, yeah.
Cheers to
Yeah.
that.
Well, I'll hit that.
Yeah,
I'll hit your dog.
Cheers. Hit my dog.
Let's see if you can. So that's for surfing, skating, just general
Yeah,
being
I mean,
Kalani-ness.
Being you.
I mean, it's the coolest thing because he's so creative, and like I don't know, I always have a bunch of ideas for clothes and stuff. I don't know. He just was like super stoked on just everything, and I'm stoked because he doesn't even care about contests or really. So I get to just go surf and skate and film and just have fun, pretty much.
You still playing drums?
You know what? I actually haven't played drums in a really long time, but when Salba came out here, we got to jam, and that was pretty sick. That was honestly the sickest thing ever, jamming with Salba.
insane. And Mason knocked out. You just picked Jack and Josh Moniz to win the event. Obviously, you've known Josh for a long time growing up in Hawaii, but tell us about your relationship with Jack Robinson. You guys have been mates since you were like 2 foot tall.
Yeah, no, it's ever since he started coming out here, we just became best friends, and we'd surf every day, and we pretty much caused trouble together every day and anywhere we were together. But no, I grew up with both the Monizas surfing 8s and doing the NSSAs and Haasas and everything, and yeah, they're like pretty much family for me. Like all the Monizas, that's like my Hanai family. They're like my brothers.
It's a good crew.
But yeah, Jack, I've been friends with Jack I don't even know how long, but there's a picture of me giving him bunny ears. It was at Karamas that one year. I met Binzi.
2012?
Yeah, I think I saw
2012, oh my goodness.
I think we've got a photo from back there somewhere as well, but whether it's queued up or not, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I saw a photo of you guys, little tykes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then look at what they're doing now.
So pretty big week for you, Kalani. You've got through a few heats. I know that a lot of people took notice of your performances in the earlier rounds. Now you've picked up a sponsor, free feed.
Free hot dog.
Life's not bad.
We're killing it.
Make sure you bring your lady a hot dog and.
Yeah.
Do you need more from the grill?
You know what? Yeah, sure. I'll take some more.
Let's send him off with treats. Hook
How
him
was
up.
this thing? One went. How was that right?
It probably kills you that there's so many waves unridden when there's so few guys out.
I feel like this is a bit of a relationship tester. What condiments?
Just ketchup.
Just ketchup again. All right. Cool.
Hey. No? Okay.
God, it's such a high pressure hose, this thing.
Oh my gosh. Where's this, Finn?
Look at this one.
This is
Let's
Finn.
watch.
Oh my god, Finn just got a nugget. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
I think that was Cristobal on the left at pipe. Well, Kalani David, there's your hot dog. Mate, it's been awesome having you on the show all week.
Kalani.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
guys.
We'll stay in touch and we'll be watching.
We're
Sounds good.
super stoked on everything you've done, and I know that everyone watching will be as well. So
Check out information.
good luck for the rest of the year.
Yeah, thanks to everyone watching. Have a good one. I hope you guys watch everyone get barreled.
Alrighty, we're going to throw to a quick little highlights package right now. Don't go anywhere. More of the other guys coming up right after this.
Watch out what you wish for. I'll be damned when you
15, 20-foot sets rolling through on the third reef. What you're about to see here today could be history in the making.
Day number 4 of the Volcom Pipe Pro.
I love that.
Ole Bailey is no stranger to pipeline and no stranger to parking it in the pit.
John Florence knocked out of competition. Big names, big upsets.
Big wave, Mitch Parkinson stands up high. That was just the sacrificial attempt.
Mikey Wright could have a big section to work with here on the inside. Big pump, straight into the pit. Where is he?
Oh, look at that thing. Yeah, Ezekiel Lau. There you go. J.O.B. finds a barrel, finds some shade. Here comes Carlos Munoz. He's up to his feet. Oh, spinner, double spinner. Munoz comes out.
Oh boy, welcome back to the other guy's pipeline, just
Did you feel
turning
that?
itself
I felt the
inside
best
out.
of that one here.
I swear we just got spat all over. That was wild. All right, we're grilling in the backyard adjacent to the webcast. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We're having some fun. We're reviewing what we've been up to this week on the other guys, as well as let's do a quick lap of the bases and catch up on
Lap
some
of the
surfing
bases.
news.
Another good one.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to first.
All right, so we have our first fan. A random guy in a van.
This was a big night last night.
Pulled up last night. I was at the beach with Vaughn Blakey, and this van just stopped and I thought possibly we were going to get kidnapped, and this guy just went, "Where's the other guy?" And,
which would be me.
Which would be Travis.
And I was missing because I was at the Volcom house watching BALARAM nearly kill himself over and over.
And Vaughn Blakey, who's one of the mainstream guys, was like, "What about me?" And he was like, "I don't care about you," and gave me a quick, "Good job, bro," and a shaka and drove off.
So I hope
whoever
you're
that
watching.
man was in the van, we invite you to come to the back of the broadcast booth and join us for a dog.
Yeah,
and,
we got
and
dogs.
A beer. So hooray, we have a fan. It only took 4 days, but you know, my mum was happy with that one. Some more surfing news. StabMag, they've been our big sponsor all week, so we want to give them a massive shout out. Jump on their Facebook page if you want to follow along live with this stream. They just dropped a new edit from the Gold Coast, their About Town series. Guys like Oki and Jack Freestone, Mitch Cruz, giving you a run around the Gold Coast.
It's good to have a guide on the Gold Coast. Otherwise, you end up at like a weird kebab shop that you shouldn't be at.
Yeah,
so
it's a place you want to keep.
The wrong bowling club or the wrong.
You don't want to go to. You don't want to go to the wrong bolo, mate.
You need a guide. You need a guide.
You might not go on like 2 for 1 Tuesdays. You got the day wrong.
And the bars are always changing in all the restaurants.
Thanks to StabMag for all their support, and make sure you go and check out their edit About Town based on the Gold Coast before Snapper kicks off, first event of the year, coming our way very shortly. Also on StabMag, a bit more topical, a bit more news. We haven't really talked too much about the media this week, Trav.
I thought I was taking a break, to be honest, but
Stab Premium has just touched down, whereby a certain number of articles, the sort of top-notch A-grade content, are going to be kept to the side. I think it's going to be like a kind of a bus fare. Model? Yeah, but it's like you get a $5 ticket and it just chips away, so you're not going to be swiping your credit card every time. But some of their top-notch content they're keeping for you. So the paywall coming back up. There's talks about maybe if the WSL might do that with some of their live content. What are your thoughts, Trav?
My thoughts are it is pretty chaotic out there in the media world, and a few filters aren't going to hurt, and I think it's just going to give media outlets, whether it's Stab, WSL, What Youth, anyone who's got a voice, it allows you some time and some resources to really dive in, because it's kind of been an arms race to the bottom a little bit in media, as there's just so much chaos that we've all kind of really taken a dive on, I think, how we consume content and what exactly we pass off as content. So I've always hated that word in general, but that's become the buzzword, content.
And I think 20 cents an article, if it's something you want to read. People were never shy about paying money to buy a newspaper back in the day, or buy a magazine. With a lot of the money from print being sapped out and disappearing, while you're still expected to produce the same amount of content online, why shouldn't you sort of have a swing and seeing if you can get some money back?
There's a lot of ways to get money now in apps, right? Just have an app that takes your money regularly, and you get access to something cool.
The crew at Stab developed their own app that is going to be used as sort of the cash register to check you in and out. So jump on Stab. At the moment, all of their premium content is free. So go have a read of that. See if what you like. See if you like what you see, and maybe sign up to Stab Premium. We want to thank Jamie O'Brien. We might even get him back on at some point. He has a new beta model. It's this crazy spray we've seen behind us all week. You might be in the way, Trav. There it is. That's Jamie's new beta. Go pick one up and get Jamie richer, because he probably gets endorsements or something. It's got very striking spray. He's been wearing matching pajamas the whole time, which is cool. What else has been going on? You're picking Noah Dean to win the event?
Yeah.
I'm picking...
Oh, look who's eking their way. Somebody's hungry.
Hello.
BALARAM Stack's here.
BALARAM Stack is here. What's happening,
cheers.
Smelt the dogs and
I would offer you a drink, but this is a Coca-Cola. No, not a Coca-Cola. This is
we're still waiting for Kaimana to bring us
I think we're getting delivered
some beverages at some point.
A new drink.
We got some time till the game, so you'll be all right.
Yeah, I think I'll be all right.
BALARAM, tell us about yesterday.
Yesterday was a bit of a roller coaster of emotions and waves, and it was fun though. I didn't really, all I did was paddle in my heat really, and that was pretty unfortunate. I didn't make it, and I was really frustrated after that, and paddled out after the comp went on hold, and pretty much just had like a blinders on and was just like, I'm going, I'm getting a wave. I don't care if it's closing out. I need to get something.
Some redemptions.
Yeah, exactly.
Waves.
I had the redemption mindset, and
how'd it go?
It was fun. I got a couple big closeouts, and then eventually got one that I was able to get covered up and came in with a smile and kind of forgot about my heat a little bit, so it worked.
Nice. What's it like out there when it's that vast? I mean, last night there was mountains kind of. You'd be basically, if you were going to go sit at those reefs, really ominous.
Yeah,
I would imagine. And
yeah, it's when it's like that. I mean, those conditions are kind of like the pipe. That's like the pipe that I grew up like learning, I guess. You know, and as you saw, Reef was the first person out
Reef,
there. And that was those were the conditions that Reef would make me paddle out. And basically, I would
figure it out, Rob.
I would go, yeah, exactly. I would go paddle out, and it wouldn't even look like it's doable to make it out. And somehow we get sucked out, and then by the time we're out there, we're like, all right, now we got to catch a wave. And then, but if you did catch a wave, you wouldn't have to do dishes that night. So that was a plus.
That is a plus.
And you'd probably be getting barreled.
It looked like it gives you a minute to navigate through, and you probably learned so much about just this reef and this wave by doing that, spending that much time. It's almost like you're just like surveying as you come through the sections.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have your little key points out there. You base yourself off of. I look at one of the houses in there, and I'm just kind of like, all right, that's my center point, and then I'll go in and out from that and all around. But when it's big like that, you're just going out there, and you're kind of just basically guessing on out. If you're taking off way out the back, you just want to get a wave.
Yeah, get in and then figure it out.
And it's big enough to where just the drop's fun, and then you're just hoping for a bonus.
Oh, you nailed it!
Wow. You get clamped
That was
there.
Mitch Parkinson laying it on the line. What are we on the same board that you surfed in your heat?
No, I actually surfed at 610 in my heat, which I regret a little bit because the boards that I have now are all pretty thick, and it's made me go smaller, shorter at least. And I went out in my heat on the 610, and then I free surfed on the 6.8, and the 6.8 felt like so much more free. I was able to like just move around more. I don't know, more fun like that.
What's it like when you paddle out like that, and there's like 2 or 3 other guys in the water, and you know that the whole beach is watching you?
I mean, I don't know. It's just you and the wave out there, really. I don't really care about what's going on the beach. It's like you got enough to worry about when you're in the water. So it's just there's so much chaos like within your own realm with these giant waves taking on the head or going around or paddling around and attempting to get a barrel. And if you do get a barrel, then you come into everyone and everyone's amped, and that's pretty cool. But
speaking of which, like last night you guys took that Volcom team photo on the balcony, and it was like perfect timing. You had like guys like just like floating in from second, third reef, and then just like who was gonna pack it, and because the team photo was being taken, it was just like erupting on who was straightening out or who was like pulling in.
That was pretty epic. That was
close as like a stadium atmosphere as you can have, and I was like standing there, and you guys were just like, I don't know. Describe what that's like.
Awesome. Yeah, it was perfect timing. Everybody's like, you know how photos can get kind of awkward. Everyone's just standing there posing like fucking, all right, take the photo already.
Yeah.
But it was sick. This guy just came in from second reef and then pulled into a bomb closeout, and the whole deck erupted as loud as it could go, and like it was just perfect timing. It was
it was one of those like closeout sends that kind of reminiscent of like Bruce at YMA when he took that one in and just, I don't know, there's no hope, but did it for the
pack it. It's just you could feel how much like power is going on in that closeout.
Yeah.
When you get those big second, third reef roll-ins, do you get a moment where you sort of pause and you're like, all right, we're on, and you're just trying to survey it and figure out where you're going to go, and then you're just hoping it hits the reef and goes?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're kind of like, you can see what's going to happen somewhat, you know, and if it looks like there's a chance of a barrel, that's when you kind of make the decision to keep going, pull in, or go straight, or do whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But damn, it's good today. I'm so
I keep trying to think of ways to get your mind off of this because it's probably killing you.
It's hard.
Are you watching the Super Bowl today, or you got a vested interest at all?
Yeah,
Philly's close to you.
Yeah,
because you either hate them or you're
right. I'm not a fan of either team, but I definitely don't want to see Brady win again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want? You want a hot dog, Bammy?
Yeah, I think he wants to burp everyone down in the studio.
The main stage is always poaching our guests. So.
Maybe I'll eat a dog over there.
Yeah, maybe grab a dog.
I'll just ruin everybody with a big old burp.
We gotta have you fill out your picks too.
Yeah. So
what do you got?
Who we got? Who's winning the event?
Oh, who's winning the event today?
And then the game.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
word. I'm gonna go with my hope. Actually, did Cristobal just make that heat?
I think he just got knocked.
Oh, damn.
There's no highlights of him doing what Finn McGill just did.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's going to win today. I forget who's even in still. I mean, I'd say
we got no John. We got no Mason. So there's a lot of the big.
Wide open.
You know what would be
favorites.
sick? You know what would be sick? For one, if Cam Richards won East Coast,
that would be
love
psycho.
to see that.
Throw
So
him
I'm
down?
gonna go with Cam. Yeah,
Right on.
definitely. And then just jot me down for some Eagles so Brady can eat his own
Just
words.
eat his lunch.
All right, so the Eagles are wiping out the Pats. I'm the lone Brady guy.
We should probably just put Dusty up there as a Pat. I'm trying to get Dusty to send his setup today. Watching the game.
Has anyone spoken to Dusty? You know how they're watching the game today?
I texted him the other day. He's just still pretty. I think his head's still pretty swollen, like his brain. So he's keeping it pretty mellow. But he's all walking
That's
around.
That's going to be a struggle during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean that's the one reason I would hope the Pats do well is just so he doesn't start ripping his hair out. He's probably.
I think it should just be an Eagles blowout. Then he doesn't even have to worry. It's just like, oh shoot, maybe next year, and then everyone wins. He won't have to stress.
Exactly.
All right, well, it's been epic having you on the show a couple of times this week.
Yeah, Balaram.
Thanks for everything, Val.
Thanks for having me.
Epic work last night. We're going to throw to some highlights from Pipe this time last week when it was doing more of the same. Don't go anywhere. Some Red Bull sessions coming your way now. More of the other guys right up after this.
So everybody pray to a midnight sun. I wanna know the truth.
Welcome back to the other guys, the Volcom Pipeline Pros alternate commentary stream and Super Bowl Sunday here on the North Shore. Pipe is firing out in front of us, and a couple of our boys, all of our guests seem to be, really going deep into the comp.
During that break, basically every guest we've had has gotten really barreled today. Carlos Munoz and Zeke Lau.
I think
the latest in a string of really good heats being served at Pipe.
There might be a few guys kicking themselves that they didn't come on earlier. Possibly.
I think that's, next year we're going to be lining them up.
Oh, who have we got now? This is Marco Giorgi. He's sporting the Mason Ho style mohawk at the moment. The Ho-Hawk, perhaps?
The Ho-Hawk. I like that. You're onto something.
All right, I think we got another guest. Leo,
of course we have another guest.
Welcome to the other guys.
Welcome. How's it going, Leo?
Hello, mate. Pretty good.
How's it going, boys?
What's been happening?
Good.
So we are on this one.
Just been enjoying the North Shore. Been enjoying the North Shore.
How long have you been in town for?
Only been here for like 4 or 5 days. Well, maybe a little longer now, but it's been
You were
fun.
always going to go in this event, yeah?
Yeah, I love this event. Even if it didn't like me a few years ago, but it's an event. It's probably the best QS of the whole year. I mean, we get to get barreled, except for yesterday, which was a bit of a shocker. But
yeah,
today is firing, and I am scratching myself that I'm not out there.
I think a lot of people who got bumped yesterday are kicking themselves today.
Yeah.
Run us through your heat. It's pretty tough out there.
It was really tough. I mean, it's just a matter of trying to find the wave, and basically it was shocking at the end. I had priority, and I needed a 2-point ride.
Oh,
and I'm pedaling for a wave, and this thing's it's a closeout, but they were scoring closeouts. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to pull into a closeout. I'm going to get a 2.5. I'm going to make the heat. So I go out paddle, and I'm about to stand up. And I see Brent Darrington, and he's dropping in on me. I'm like, what's he doing? Like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, that's that.
And I take off, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to pull in, and then I look up, and I see Brent Darrington fly.
Cannonball.
He was like doing one of these, like.
Cannonball almost landed me, so I have to straighten it out, and I can't even pull in, and I got a 1-point ride.
What was that just he thought the heat was over?
He told me he thought he had priority. And so I had priority, but he thought he had priority, and so he just went. And
you had to go into self-preservation mode.
He was 4th place. So he got an interference, but it
didn't affect him at all.
So I'm the one who got screwed. Yeah, it's little things that happen.
It's a tough one.
Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, you touched on it before. You did have the big accident here a few years ago where you broke your back. Run us through your rehab and how because you pretty much went from a broken back to the world tour within 12 months.
Yeah, it was exciting because that year I was really the year before was like the first time I ever done a QS, and I was close to qualifying. So in 2015 I was excited to try out the whole year on the QS. And first heat of the year, I had a bad wipeout, as pipeline it can do it to you, and I slammed really hard, and I broke my back.
Hit the bottom?
Hit the bottom. I sat down on the bottom, fractured a vertebrae, ended up getting a couple surgeries. Took me about 4 to 5 months to get back on a surfboard, 6 to 8 months before I was actually a lot of training, a lot of rehab, but that's what it is. And that year, watching some of my friends and watching all the events go on, it really fired me up to get back into it. And I think it was actually good. It was actually good for me because it slowed me down, and I actually got to train a lot. And
you almost fall in love with surfing, huh? Like it takes it away from you.
You don't really realize how lucky we are to be able to spend time in the ocean until it gets taken away from you.
Yeah.
And like sometimes the small days you're like, oh, whatever, but like those few months I was just like, please give me a 1-foot wave, just anything I can stand up on or just be in the ocean.
It's funny, this surfing clearly is as much of a mind game as it is physical. You surfed a year on the World Tour where you were basically a wild card, you kept popping up. You made the quarters at Margaret's.
Yes.
I think you beat Kelly a couple of times.
Yes.
Yeah. Official giant killer for the tour.
Your rookie year where you were a highly touted member of the CT didn't quite go your way.
Yeah,
is the pressure something that gets to you?
I think no, the mental, I was fine. I was enjoying it. It's definitely a huge step because the level is so high, and a lot of heats really didn't go my way. Like I lost maybe like 5 or 6 heats by like 0 point something with like 16-point totals, which were high totals, and it was like those little things that
you can't get mad at your surfing at that point.
Surfing, but at the same time, like I was going through my head, like, am I not good enough? Am I just what do I have to do? What do I have to do? And so halfway through the year, like after trestles, I was pretty much so far away from qualifying that I'm like, you know what? F it, let's just go out and have fun. And I think I wasn't doing that at the start of the year. And the last few events were my best results, or at least it's when I had the most fun and I showed the best surfing, or my best surfing. And coming down to pipe was exciting because I still had a little chance, and I was just stoked to have a chance in pipe. And oh wow, somebody got really shocked.
Oh, who was that?
Carlos.
That was Carlos.
Or no.
I think it might have been
Shows how great
Marco Giorgi.
how great our view is here. We're like, huh?
Going back to that, I was stoked to have a chance, and it didn't happen. But I'm just excited for whatever's going to come now. I'm only 20, and
only
this
20.
Year,
Wow.
I want
you guys are
to get on the
just
QS.
young bucks.
I want to do trips. I want to do a lot of trips. I want to chase swells. I want to surf the best waves in the world and improve my surfing so that in the next few years I can get back on and be there.
Oh yeah, you'll be back and look forward to it. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Looking at the QS
You
this
got your
year,
sample.
There's guys like yourself, Ethan Ewing, Jack Freestone, Mitch Cruz, all guys who've been on tour and probably should be, back on tour.
Watch this. Sorry, you have
Is
to.
this going to be one of the craziest years on the QS in a long time, you think?
For sure. There's so much talent that's not on tour. Like you said, Jack, Ethan, they're such incredible surfers. And wow, Marco Giorgi just got so barreled. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. And the QS, I think, is who wants it the most. You see the Brazilians, like this year, there's like 6 guys that qualified because they're hungry, they're passionate, and they want to be there. And
How do you feel? You come from Italy. There's not a whole lot of guys there, but you've adopted it kind of a, almost like a second family with Quicksilver and stuff. Do you wish there was a little like squad from your country to rally with?
Of course, sometimes I do. I wish I
get
had,
jealous of the Brazilians.
I wish I had like some of my Italian boys with me, but I have so much support from back home, and today through Facebook, Instagram, social media, you have so much support. I feel like I have a whole country behind me, which is exciting. And
cool.
Every heat, whether I lose or win, they're following me, they're cheering me, and they're firing me up for whatever is next.
Yeah, that's
How
cool.
would you have you looked into how you get Italy to qualify for the Olympics so you can surf for them?
Well, they haven't really picked yet how the way it's going to be.
Are we going to see you turning up at the ISA games and slogging it through?
I love ISA.
15 heats?
I love ISA. I used to do it all the time. It's so funny. I did it for 10 years, and I got second, I got third, and then the last year I actually won. So when I was 18, I
nailed
got
it.
to win, so I was stoked. But if I have to go to ISA, I'll go to ISA because it's fun events. Hopefully by end of this year, I qualify, so that if you're on tour, being Italian, I should have a really good chance of being in the Olympics. But somewhere or the other, I'm going to try to qualify because it's one of the best events in the world. And just to say I'm an Olympian, it's going to be an incredible thing.
Italy, make sure you put him on your team.
To be able to
Please.
walk through like just the crowd and all the best athletes in the world is something anyone dreams of.
I heard that Olympic, where you stay, Olympic
The Village?
place, the Village is a pretty fun place.
I heard it goes
I heard
mad.
it's pretty
Sounds
fun.
incredible. Do the Italian media and sports fans know what to make of you? Are you a novelty? Are you a big deal? What's going on?
Yeah, no, it's cool because in the last few years surfing is growing, and they're starting to follow me. Maybe not as like surfing, they wouldn't know who Zeke Lau or who like the names of surfing are, but they're following me as far as an Italian athlete and representing the flag around the world. And it's really cool to see that all the it's of course it's a lot about soccer, but it's starting to grow and people are getting interested in surfing, and it's exciting. It's exciting, really. Like when I go back to Milan and when I go back to Italy, I have to like so many interviews, so many things, and it's cool to see that they're interested in surfing and not only soccer.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Have a look at these waves coming in. Is that your
Wow.
position?
I wanted to go off the wall, but this is not.
These are the sets that you didn't want to see.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That is way off the wind too. Ah! Woo.
We're mind surfing now
one behind
by
it.
the
Let's
grill.
Mason Ho mind surf on this wave.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the barrel.
Back.
Looking up, looking
Grabbing
back at the
with his
spit.
left.
And he comes out with a girl in his booty.
My hair is like here and just like spray. It's
Yeah. We had the Mason Ho experience in here yesterday. He
Did it
walked us
exciting?
through the experience. Yeah, it was fun.
It was incredible. You travel with the Snake Tails pack. There's Griffin. He's made the tour. Zeke is still going around. Kanoa, yourself. How good's just having those guys? You're from all over the world. Like you're
Yeah, it's
totally
a really diverse crew.
It's
I like
funny
it.
because this year we're kind of breaking up a little bit. The Snake crew is breaking up, which is kind of sad. But we're kind of going our own way. Like Zeke wants to travel with, I think, Keanu. And Kanoa and Griffin are going to be with Jake. I'm going to be on my own, kind of. I just want to try something different.
Spirit Quest.
And which is, in a way, I'm sad because we had such a fun crew. It's, every event was so much fun. But I want to try something new and see what happens. But yes, last year was so much fun. Or last few years was so much fun. every event, you know, we're serious, we're trying to win, but we're also pushing each other, and at the same time we're enjoying it and having fun. So
and
that's important.
You've got that whole sort of snake thing and belly as well, obviously playing a huge role.
Yeah,
Who do you listen to the most out of those two?
It depends on where we are and what conditions it is. I mean, Belly, like last year when I worked with Jake was my coach, where Belly was more of like a mentor slash friend that you could ask anything. So Belly, the main thing that Belly always told me before he was go out and have fun, enjoy and have fun. Where Snake would tell me more like technical things. But it's cool to have both because they show so much support, and you know, whether I win or lose, they're always there for me, and it's cool.
And the night before, you've got a heat with Kelly. Who do you have dinner with Belly, or does he sort of
it's funny,
take a step away? Or
and Margie's, we were staying together, and wow, that would have been sick. Margie's, we were staying together, and the night before it was funny because we didn't really know we were gonna have a heat together because the next day there was 2 heats around one. And so we just had normal dinner together, and the next day it was pretty exciting. And I think who was the most stressed out of everyone was Belly.
Yeah.
He was just freaking out, like, because he obviously loves Kelly, but he loves me. And he felt like he was in a weird situation because he's like with Kelly, but he was with me. So before the heat, he was talking to Kelly, and he was talking to me. And it was pretty funny. He was all red and just stressed.
He's all red. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
On a slightly more serious note, European surfing and the Quicksilver family have been really affected this week by the loss of Pierre Agnes as a Quicksilver team rider for years and a massive part of the Euroforce. Do you want to tell us a little bit about who Pierre was and what he means to all you guys?
Yeah, well, Pierre was one of the greatest person in European surfing. He's done so much for European surfing. For Quicksilver, he's brought Quicksilver back to the core in the last few years. And the great thing about Pierre is that being a CEO, it's rare to have a surfer and someone that thinks about surfing so much. And he always thought about the surfers. He always cared about the surfers. He always wanted to make sure that we were all right. Whether we're winning or losing, he was there for us. So it's a huge loss. And I mean, for me, it's family friend. Billy's best friend. I spent so much time with him and with Mathieu, his son, and I wish I was there with him today or with them today in the next few days because you know it's tough times and it's these times that we got to be all together. But I'm trying to send some love, and I want to organize on the 9th. I think we're going to organize a big paddle out and a little gathering for Pierre and just to appreciate how much he has done for us, for Quicksilver, and just for surfing, and what a great person he was.
Yeah, cool.
Very cool.
Massive loss, and you know, sorry to everyone who was friends and family of Pierre Agnes.
Yeah,
just sort of
all the stories that poured in have been really rad, and just explain what one of the good guys for our industry, for our culture, for Europeans, for everybody that surfs. He was one of those guys that go to bat for the good guys.
Yeah, he was there. He was there for surfing. Anything he did, he thought about surfing, the athletes, and to make sure that Quicksilver always stayed a surfing brand.
Yeah.
With the first event of the World Tour being the Quicksilver Pro, I'm sure the tributes will keep flowing over the next month or so, which is fitting. That's the way it should
Love
be.
you guys.
And speaking of the start of the year, what's your plan from now on? You off to Australia for the QS leg coming up?
I am off to Australia, yes. I'm going to go on the 10th and just hang around and get into some of the grindy beach breaks, grindy Australian beach breaks. And I'm excited, as I said, it's another challenge. And last year I did so much traveling, where this year I'm going to travel a little less as far as competition, but I'm still going to travel as much as far as chasing waves. And
what youth trips? There you go.
Yeah, I say you get hit the free surf circuit a little bit.
I mean,
loosen it out.
As much as I love competing, I love chasing waves. And last year was the first year in 10 years that I hadn't been to Indonesia, which kind of trips me out
crazy.
because I go every year like at least twice, and I didn't really have any time to go, and it drives me crazy. So this year I want to make sure I'm going to go Manly, Newcastle, really focus, work on many things, but also chase whales and just enjoy it and spend some time off. As I said, I want to be there with these guys in 5 years when I'm at my best level.
Yeah.
And I want to be there when I'm ready, and whether I'm full off, get back on, whatever. As long as I'm not ready, it doesn't really matter if I'm there or not.
Epic. Well, before we let you go, we'll serve you up with a...
Get you fed?
Yeah.
A little banger. Banger on the barbie.
Yeah,
Get you fed with a hot dog.
I've had many Super Bowl experiences. It's Super Bowl today. You got to pick?
Go to Eagles.
Oh, Eagles.
Eagles,
So we got an Eagles fan.
We got another Eagles
One of Zeke's boys, one of Zeke's best friends, Kamu. He's
he's
on the team.
There's a couple Hawaiians on the Eagles.
And who's going to win the event?
The event? Aritz Aramburu.
Nice.
Aritz Aramburu. Kamu's going to win.
Eagles.
We're going to have a great night on the North Shore.
All right, before we let you go, we always play a game here on The Other Guys called Good or Bad for Surfing, so we're going to throw some topics at you.
Okay.
Leo Fioravanti.
You're starting to feel it. Sunday's coming around. Super Bowl Sunday's coming around.
Look at this.
Wow. Is that Marco Giorgi again? 10.
That might be a 10. That might be a 19.5.
Go!
Oh, who's this going back to?
Oh, what a helmet!
Carlos, make it. He might.
Oh!
And again,
10
who's
points.
this?
Oh, Zeke.
Zeke.
Oh, come out!
How is this set?
This is crazy.
That was so sick.
I don't know if I've ever seen a set.
I'm calling 9-5, 10, and a 9.
That's 2 waves have just made 30-odd points.
Oh my God!
There's 3.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
2 waves, 3
That
rides.
was so crazy. Another one.
There'll be no frowns
No one
in the
on
seat
it.
coming in. That's for sure.
I'm saying we just saw
Carlos
27
got a
points.
10.
Yeah.
It has to have.
28
Yeah,
points.
Carlos was nuts.
That was crazy. That was Carlos's wave was like.
So what was
Where's
going on?
the winter?
Zeke and Carlos needed
crazy.
scores. Wow.
This deserves a hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, get stuck in. Here's some replays. He is so
Oh, look
deep.
at those pumps.
Oh.
Unreal.
That was pretty good. See? Came on the show yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
What do
See,
you
our
know?
crew just sent it up. Wow, look at those.
That's
Double
incredible.
pumped it.
That's a 10.
Whoa. That's
Front angle, that's a 10.
insane. Here's Marcos. He was so deep on this thing.
I think that's an 8.
Not bad. And then
we're scaling that one back,
got
but
a
hey,
little
you can't knock that.
then
Though.
Well, would you take that?
I would take that all day long. I'll take half that.
wave of the winter. That's wave of my life.
Zeke with a good one.
Maybe I got carried away
Wow.
with the 30-odd points, but it was still.
Hey, it's Super Bowl Sunday. We're sending it here. We got the grill on.
Collection of. Oh,
How do you
these
not get excited by
sets.
that?
Hey, the scores are gonna be gnarly because look, everybody's got like one score.
Yeah, it's gonna throw wrenches into this whole thing.
I think Zeke needs a score.
Yeah, surely Carlos has won
Still
the exchange
waves.
there.
Yeah.
But
I don't even remember what game we were playing. We just played Super Bowl
Good or bad for
surf
surfing.
game.
All right. Are the Olympics good or bad for surfing?
For Italian surfing, good.
For everyone
Yeah.
else's? Good. Awesome. On a similar note, wave pool's good or bad for surfing? And has your mate Kelly given you an invite yet?
Good for surfing, and my mate Kelly is giving me a couple invites. So I got to get shacked.
One of
in
the
wave
lucky
pool.
ones.
One of the lucky ones,
Yeah.
yes. Can't wait to go back. Kelly, can I come back?
Is Instagram good or bad for surfing?
Today's good.
You can't fight it anymore, I think is
Can't
the
fight
general
it.
thing.
Cannot
Yeah.
fight
It's
it.
here to stay.
Everybody, whether you love it or hate it, you're on it. So.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, we're all like, yeah, it's really bad as
Yeah,
we flick through.
But I'm on it. It's really bad. But I go to the next story. Oh, it's really bad. But
Yeah.
Jaws is pumping, and then Mexico is firing, and
Yeah.
then
Kalohe was saying Zeke sent a smoke bomb the other day from Haleiwa on his story.
Yeah,
he
everybody
surfed it and everybody went.
everybody went.
And he'd already gotten out.
Oh, Carlos.
Perfect score.
Yes, puntos, Carlito, pura vida.
Oh, Carlos is getting wheels.
Won himself the rims.
KMC wheels. What's gonna do with him? You know,
Hey, Leo, how many languages do you speak?
5.
What's your, obviously, Italian's your best, then what, French, English?
English, and then Portuguese and Spanish.
Bad.
Wow.
Why don't you speak
I
German?
want that schooling.
I'm trying.
You gonna learn Japanese before the
I'm trying to
before
learn
the
Japanese.
Olympics?
That's what I want to do. I would like to be going to Japan
Ooh.
with just to be able to say hi and
Yeah,
a little
communicate,
conversation.
yeah.
Just a small conversation, but just so you're not just like the tourist that shows up.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Wow. Leo's a great travel buddy. He can take you just about any
Oh,
country and walk you through it.
All right, last question before we let you go. Is Leo Fioravanti good or bad for surfing?
This is an easy one.
You guys can answer that.
Of course you are. You're awesome.
Of course. The hot dog can answer
It's
that.
been a pleasure having you on the other guys, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks, boys.
Good hanging.
Good
Enjoy
luck.
your day.
Good luck in Australia.
Happy
and,
Super Bowl.
Hopefully you see you next year when you're back on the World Tour.
Of course.
Thanks for coming. All right, we're going to throw to a quick highlight package right now. Don't go anywhere. More of the other guys. We be grilling Super Bowl Sunday. We'll be right back after this. Good or bad for surfing? Wave pools.
So good for sure. I mean, just give it to me. Give it to me, and it's. I mean, give it to all of us, and it's good.
Have you tapped Uncle Kelly on the shoulder yet and gone, "Oi, where's my
I gave him a bunch of taps. He's just he's just tapped me back, not like, come on, bring your dad and your uncle. Nope.
Not yet.
I love him though.
Come on,
That's my
Kelly.
favorite. Grandmaster Kelly, bring us to your wave pool.
All right, next one. Is Mason Ho good or bad for surfing?
The best there ever, besides.
The best there ever has been or will be.
I'm just kidding. There's Mike Ho and Derek Ho, Jerry Lopez, Michael Peterson. Look them up. Mark Ocalupo, Tom Carroll. Neko Patarats.
Yes.
Neko. Neko is good for surfing. He's very
there's all
good.
Beshens, Shane, Gavin Beshen, Dino and Dino, Christian Fletcher, Nathan Fletcher, Kobe Aberton. Just goes
You're
on,
in that pack. You are
I miss
right
so
in
many
that
cool
pack.
people too. I might get in trouble.
No. You're drafting off that pack. There's more.
Sheldon Paishon.
You're all good. We
Shoots,
think
boys.
you're great for surfing. It's been
Mason.
a pleasure having you on the other guys.
Love ya.
Yeah, I'm just here hanging out, and, you know, working hard, but it's not working. I just got to surf a bunch and training too, so it's a ball. And then, yeah, try to finish world #1. You know, that's the goal for sure.
And finish The Bachelor. What's the?
Oh, did you see my story?
Yeah. What's the deal with The
Dude,
Bachelor?
I am locked in on The Bachelor. It's insane.
Is there a new one? I can tell you who wins. Isn't it over?
No, it's not over. No,
Okay.
every Monday, man. It's intense.
I've been locked
I got
in
the
before.
Super Bowl on Sunday and then Bachelor on Monday.
Big couple days here on the North Shore.
What's it like being kind of up towards the pointy end of Quicksilver's team? I think, you know, at the Quickie Pro at Snap every year, they're telling kids to come up, and the first kid who runs up with a Mikey Wright haircut wins a T-shirt or whatever. Do you see kids with mullets everywhere? Are you like a Peter Pan rock star to them?
No, I've been actually, in saying that, I've been seeing a lot of kids. I have a lot of kids actually send us photos on Insta and saying like, how's my mullet, or like, or tagging us in their photos that they put up and stuff. So I think it's pretty funny, especially like the little groms when you see them out surfing and stuff, and they're ripping and they have a mullet. It's kind of like, yeah, it's sick.
We had Kalani David, who's firing up his chapter 2, which was, I think, a highlight for me seeing him come through.
Yeah, I think we've decided he's our boy.
Yeah.
We're getting behind Kalani David. He's not got any sponsors at the moment, but the other guys are definitely throwing all of our support
Well, we
behind
do have
him.
stickers, Kalani, if you'd like. We'd like to put you on our team.
You leave me hanging here, Trevor. Welcome back to the other guys, where we are chilling and grilling here in the backyard adjacent to the webcast for the Volcom Pipe Pro. We're the alternate commentary stream. We're having a bit of fun. We're having a laugh on finals day, catching up on all that we've seen this week on the other guys, running down a fair bit of the action in the contest too. Yesterday, huge surf.
Very huge.
Nowhere near as perfect and dreamy as we're seeing out there today, or nightmarish if you're one of us guys. One guy who would not have been scared, Portuguese surfer Nick Von Rupp. He surfs Nazaré for fun. He paddles in at Nazaré when everyone else is towing.
You could see he was comfortable yesterday, which
Copped
is
a
a
fair
scary
old
thing to say.
beating, and we're going to have a bit of a chat with him now. Nick Von Rupp, welcome
Nick.
to the other guys.
How are you?
How are you, mate?
And, where we have cocktails and watch the contest?
Yeah,
Is that
pretty
it?
much. This is the tailgate party for the contest.
Mate, run us through your day yesterday.
Dare I say you were probably one of the most comfortable guys out there? From what you normally are throwing yourself at?
No, not at all, man. It was massive yesterday and very sketchy, I'd say. You know, not perfect at all.
Sorry, feel free. It's really hard to stand right here and see.
Who is that?
That's Jamie.
Oh my God.
Jamie.
I thought Jamie lost.
No. He snuck
Still
through.
in?
He snuck through, I think,
And
in one of
none
those, like, pulled into a closeout.
No one's picked him. Let's get your tips, Nick.
Oh, yeah, we got to get a pick going before we find out about...
Who are you picking, mate?
I'm going for the Euros. Give one to a Ritz for sure.
Ritz. Wow, he's got 2 on the board. And who's going to win the football?
I have no clue, man.
Patriots,
I
all right.
I don't
Finally
even
got another one.
Patriots. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, run us through your heat, because you came in at the end with no rash vest on.
Yeah, well, I got pounded on my last wave. I kind of, like 10 seconds to go. I had my shot, needed a small score. All I needed to do was pull in. But I don't know what happened. I hesitated for a second. I was a little late. My board felt a little big, and it was like a little slabby, and I just straightened out last second, and I did the worst possible thing, just landed on me and completely exploded me from every sense. I did like full scorpion on the water, hit the reef, and my rash vest got completely blown out.
Is that something you knew? Could you feel it happen, or did you come up and go, wow? Okay,
no, I fully felt it like getting ripped off. It felt like a hand, you know, like just off.
And your board survived that one?
Yeah, board survived. I broke.
Oh, who's this?
Is that Miguel? No, that's
Wesley.
Wesley.
Getting a shower.
Bigley.
Bigley's getting a shower.
Bigley. That's a good one. Yeah, I broke my board, my 610 on my first wave, and then went on a 6.8. So I had one broken board. It would be a bummer. It would be a complete shocker if I broken that second one. But
it's funny you say you weren't sure whether to pull in or straighten out, and then you got caught in no man's land. We hear that a lot from the guests we've had on this week. It's just you've got to just commit, put your head down.
For sure. And I don't know, usually that's, I don't know, I always like, I feel like in the barrel is the safest place, and I usually just try to pull in, but I don't know what I was thinking. I was maybe thinking going straight and then pulling back in because I needed a really small score, and I just,
more time on face would have gotten you maybe that little more.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many heats went down like that yesterday with that, you know, it's complete gladiator arena, like huge waves, but then everybody's looking for, I need a 1.8, I need a 2.2.
It's ridiculous.
And it's like, how do I find it? It was that big that you couldn't even find that.
Leo needed to pack a closeout, and then Brent Dorrington
fell through the air on him.
Parachuted onto his head.
So Nick, what's your year look like? You get involved in all sorts of different elements of surfing. You're doing the QS contest at the right spots. You're chasing big waves. What do you plan this out, or are you freestyling?
Oh, completely freestyling.
Yeah?
I don't know. I did the QS for a lot of years, and I like competing for sure. But I feel more comfortable and I'm better in these kind of conditions. And Europe pumps at this time of the year, so I'm really focused on chasing swells in Europe. And I got invited to the Nazare Challenge. It's cool. I don't think Nazare is the greatest wave in the world, but it's definitely consistent. And I live just around the corner, and it's a really good,
Yeah, I hear it cops a fair amount of swell, that spot.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's been non-stop this year. People talk all sorts of shit about that wave, which I do too. But the truth is, man, it's the most consistent wave in the world. It breaks 20 to 30 foot every week.
That is insane.
It's a blessing living so close to it, but at the same time, it's like, give me a break, man. I just want to surf a little 6 to 10 foot barrel.
What a lot of people don't realize about Nazare as well is that it works from 1 foot to 100 foot.
Oh, it's insane. It's an amazing beach break. I've surfed a 10 foot like this, just peaks all over the beach, and yeah, it breaks 100
It's like
foot.
Stratty on the Gold Coast on steroids kind of thing. It just gets, it's got that big channel that it goes miles out to sea. It's super deep, and you can just see it sucking all the swell.
It's crazy. Like we used to go to Nazare when it was flat at our house. When it's flat, we go up there and it's like 8 foot.
Cops it, just whatever wind is in the ocean, it cops it.
Yeah, it's just like it's got a really deep channel, and it filters all the swell. Like it just channels everything into that deep channel, and it's like a canyon, and just rolls right up and into the into the spot, and it creates a huge wave. It's pretty impressive to be out there. It's just huge mountains coming at you.
Oh, hey, Brad. Hello, mate. Help yourself to a hot dog.
Grilling for everyone.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like Brad's going to serve us some food. Nick Von Rupp, thanks for coming on and having a chat.
Appreciate it, guys.
Nick, good hanging. Have a good year.
Hope you find your Ashy. Hope you can put your board back together. Good luck in the Nazare Challenge. Can't wait to see in action on the Big Wave World Tour. Nick Von Rupp.
Cheers, Nick.
We might steal Nick's headset, throw it on Brad. Just grab your hot dog. What would you like in the way of condiments? Ketchup? catch up. It's a really high pressure hose, this thing. There you go.
There you go. You want me to hold that?
So, Brad.
Here, you go on this side of me. I don't.
Oh,
we might get tangled.
You're backwards here. Hang on. Put it on the wrong. Yeah, there we go.
Where's our producer? Do we have producers?
Seamless television. All right.
There they are.
Oh, put this in front of your face.
Hey,
Hey, now we can hear you.
All right.
Brad Doherty from Volcom. Welcome to the other guys. Give us your job title. Who the hell are you?
So my official role is global head of surf marketing.
I like to call it yesterday team manager biting his nails behind while Noah and some of his other team managers are out there. Like old school days where you're like, he has all kinds of responsibilities that go way beyond that. But the bottom line, you want to see your surfers advance.
Yeah, definitely. And it was, you know, it was kind of funny because we really wanted to get Noah in the event. And, you know, he hasn't surfed in a contest really in a really long time. And
Since China, he said was his last event.
Since China, okay.
When he lost to a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah.
He got third.
Yeah,
and he pushed her into her final wave.
Exactly.
So his contest experience was ready for pipe.
Yeah, and we were just like, you know, he really wanted to surf pipe, and we wanted him in the event. Got him in, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh wow! In the morning yesterday, it's 100 feet, and Noah's got his first heat, so I was
wax it up, Noah.
But yeah, I was kind of running around biting my nails, but I knew that you know, if he got a good wave, like he had as good a chance as anyone to get through, and it was pretty epic.
So you're from the marketing department. 10-foot pipeline. That's pretty good marketing for the brand.
Yeah, it's good for the numbers, you know. Yeah. No, this is what we come for. This is why we do the event, and I mean, it's unbelievable. We've been so lucky, and it seems it's crazy. Like this time of year is usually really good, but we always come into it with a weird forecast, or you know, everyone was talking about how bad the wind was going to be, so it's always kind of sketchy.
Yeah. No,
it just seems to turn on. Yeah,
it does. It loves the when Volcom gets hold of pipeline, they let it run.
Yeah.
You were talking about Noah, and obviously him signing with Volcom is a huge deal. From the start, is it like part of the contract, like, hey, you're coming to the North Shore, we're putting you in the backdoor shootout team, we want you in the Pipe Pro, like, bring it on?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely something that you know, we wanted it to happen organically. You know, it wasn't like, hey, we're signing on the team and you got to go camp out there for 4 months. It was just something that we.
Oh, Wesley, he's making that.
Oh, that was crazy. But yeah,
we're allowed to acknowledge that when psycho things happen. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're watching. But yeah, in between sets, in between psycho pipe barrels.
Exactly. But no, he just, you know, he hadn't spent a lot of time over here, and we, with our houses and all the team riders and all the guys, like we, you know, wanted to make a comfortable place for him. And he was into it. He was stoked on it. It was never anything of like, hey, you know, you have to do this. And the shootout actually came up more recently because I don't know if he told you guys, but he had a crazy problem getting a visa. And it took months, and he couldn't even get here. And then all of a sudden, it was like December. Okay, I got the visa, and then we're like, well, we got the shootout.
Yeah, if he did, it was nonchalant. He's like, I don't have a visa.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I'll get it. And then, but yeah, yesterday we were watching the waves, and he had just gotten blasted and thrown to Rocky Point. And, he's like, there's so many fun waves here, and this is sick. And like, yeah, I was really engaged in the whole North Shore experience. You could tell, and you know, talking to all the locals and talking to the guys that were out there with him. And, he's not like bowing out of anything that goes on at the Volcom house, or let alone out in the water.
It's like he's been at the house for 10 years. You know, I mean, he just came right in. Everyone loves him. He's such a cool kid and he's respectful. And you know, Ty and Kaiman and those guys are like it's pretty funny because we were signing them and like, you know, what's gonna happen in Hawaii? Hey guys, like, you know, he's gonna be coming over. And Kaiman was like, this is my favorite surfer. Bring it on. Like,
get him over here.
And so it's been great. You know,
and he's putting on a show.
He's putting on a show. He's, you know, everybody knows how talented he is in bigger surf, but it just, you know, he hasn't really done that here. And I know that, you know, it's been an opportunity for him. He just wants to get the best waves. Like, he wants to get the best wave. Like, it's not necessarily about getting a result, right? Or something. It's just
make sure you get one.
Well, North Shore Nos hasn't just been surviving, he's been thriving. So you guys are going to be psyched with that. Another interesting addition to your team, you signed up a bunch of pipe legends just recently. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
we did, yeah. It was something that you know, a couple months back we were kind of thinking about it. There's been some changes on the team, and just, you know, overall, like, we were feeling like, you know, we have great guys surf pipe that travel from around the world and stay at the houses, but we just felt like we were missing a little bit of that, you know, like local flavor. And you know, I started thinking about it of like, well, there's all these guys that are just amazing pipe specialists, and you know, some of them maybe don't have sponsors or haven't had sponsors, and
we were kind of looking for a specific, you know, a little bit older. We're, you know, I think a lot of other brands are focused on who's the next best kid, you know, and not acknowledging maybe some of these guys who are just day in and day out when pipe's on, like it's what they live for.
Turns out there's a lot you can learn from them too.
Yeah.
If you plant them in front of pipe with some of your younger guys,
right,
there's going to be a lot of knowledge being passed.
Absolutely.
You know, organically in the right way.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Volcom houses have always been that like bird feeder of just what this is supposed to look and feel like over here. And this event kind of epitomizes that.
Right.
What lengths do you guys go to? Because this is probably one of the only contests I like coming to. You know that. I don't. Oh, we gotta pay attention to this thing. Oh no!
Oh, where is he?
He got axed at the bottom.
He might be adding to the collection of his broken bullets we have behind
we're
us.
selecting. Yeah. But yeah, you got. You know, I know a lot goes into this event and making it have this vibe that we can grill at it.
Yeah.
It's also very serious, and guys are, you know, getting points and making it through. But there's like there's a Volcom layer to it, and like how do you guys apply that to a competition?
You know, honestly, I think it's something that when we went, dating back to 2010, the first event, that was you know, that was a big deal for Volcom to sign up at the time for an ASP event. We had done nothing like that before, and the principles that we put in place from then was that whatever we do, this event has to have a unique feel. It has to stand out, and so, you know, a lot of the other events they become more systematic and they're great, but it's something for our brand that we wanted to be able to have a little more fun and have, you know, bring that flavor and that twist, and, you know, just even all those subtle things, and picking, you know, who the commentary team is and people that, you know, represent our brand, our team riders, and I think that just really makes a big difference.
Yeah,
and we want to have entertainment, and I think it's that balance, right? It's like, it's, you know, it's a very serious event, but we want to have that
as
flavor.
shown by our take on
it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, hey, all the guys that come by here end up making their heat, so
yeah, that's good.
And keep whipping them in.
But yeah, I mean, integrating, you know, things like Drew Tunes, like he's a big part of the event, and like, you know, having you know, the ability to do that, and the WSL and the Red Bull teams have been really, really good.
It's a fine
supportive.
blend of serious, fun, rad, and sick.
Everything the surfing should be.
Yeah. Four key ingredients to a good event.
Yeah.
Few have been lacking, and Volcom brings that back.
Yeah.
Brad, big day for one of your, you know, A-list team riders in Dusty Payne with his beloved Patriots in the Super Bowl this afternoon.
Yep.
What shape's he in? What's the latest update? And what's he doing to watch the game?
Yeah.
And how's he going to stay calm?
Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah, we're trying to keep him calm with an Eagles blowout.
Yeah.
Or it just needs to be a blowout, we think.
That would work. I just don't think he wants to see him down and have to come back.
Yeah.
I think as long as that doesn't happen, we'll be good. But no, he's doing really well. Man, it was real scary there for a while, you know, going through all the, you know, he was in ICU for almost 2 weeks, and you know, all the surgeries went really well, and he's, you know, he had to go through a tremendous amount of testing, and, you know, he was underwater for a long time. His lungs were, you know, there were such extensive injuries. But once he got to a point where, you know, his vitals were stable, you know, CAT scans came back good, no brain injury. They were then able to do all the surgeries. So he went, you know, through all the surgeries. Everything went really well. And a couple days after, he was home. So he's on the road to recovery.
Stoked he's home. I'm sure he's stoked to be home.
Yeah, he's with his family and just, you know, resting. And he's. But, you know, it's heavy. I mean, he's got his jaws wired shut. He's got, I forget how many plates, 27 screws between his, you know, skull.
He's indestructible. It's official.
And he is, seriously, you know, I mean, even Dave Riddle, I think, he goes, you know, there's so many other people would have died, and this kid is so strong. Like, he's the guy, you know. And yeah, so we're just really we're getting really good feedback right now, and he's you know, on a good road to recovery, and can't wait to have him back here.
Yeah, be cool to see him here.
Awesome. On that note, are you backing the Patriots on his behalf?
Well, I'm generally not a Patriots fan, but
no one is, Brad.
But for today, for Dusty, I'm gonna go with Patriots.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, and who's going to win the event?
Oh, Brad's big pick. This could get you in trouble.
Oh, yeah, really?
Who's going to win the event? Am I supposed to be biased or
no?
not biased?
Look, we're in the garage having a barbecue.
Yeah. Well, I think
you can have a favorite surfer without your hat on.
Yeah.
Clear the mind.
Of course, I want one of our team riders to win. We've actually never had a rider in the final, so
really,
that would be cool.
Who's it going to be?
Noah, Carlos, Miguel.
You know what? With the show that Carlos just put on, maybe Carlos Munoz.
There we go. Epic.
I like it. Carlos he just got a 10.
Yeah, just got a 10.
Yeah.
That
Good
kid's
pick,
amazing
Brad.
out here. So.
Easy.
Killing it. All right, well, Brad
Good,
Doherty
nice
from
pick.
Volcom.
It's like picking the...
Great to have a chat with you.
All right, see you, Brad.
Boys. We're going to throw to a quick highlights package, and then when we come back, we're going to round up the other guys for 2018.
Oh, no.
Don't go anywhere.
Tell me about what we're doing. It's pirate radio?
Yeah, we can do whatever we want.
What's with this brunch theme?
We're just working gentlemen's hours. We don't want to burn out, you know. So we don't need to give score updates. We don't need to worry about who's got priority or how much time's remaining. We're just having a chat with some friends.
What about post-heat interviews?
We specialise in during heat interviews. So we're just going to catch up with our buddies for 3 hours every day, over a couple of beverages, bit of chat, bit of banter, maybe dial up some guests.
You think Kelly will call?
We can't get Kelly to stop calling. I think we should get a few waves at some point too. We don't want to work too hard.
Yeah.
Pirates don't work too hard, right? And they drink rum.
Yeah. So we can surf before, we can surf after.
Yeah.
We can drink during. This is starting to sound like it works.
Who the hell are you? We're the other guys. Oh, and welcome back to the Super Bowl Sunday edition of The Other Guys. It's also finals day here at the Volcom Pipe Pro. The action is going crazy in the water. We just saw Carlos Munoz drop a perfect 10 in his last heat. Jamie O'Brien's putting on a bit of a clinic with a pair of 8s in the water right now. Here's a replay of one of them getting fire hosed out of that thing.
Jamie O.
You think he might have surfed here once or twice before, Trav?
Yeah, he's had a couple goes. It's crazy, like when he just rides a regular board, what he can do with it. It's like he said he's bored doing this.
We had him.
We had him on the show, and he said he's bored with that.
Yeah,
that's why he's out here rolling around in hamster wheels.
We almost had him talked into riding one of his soft tops. Here we go.
Shocker, Chris Cote's here.
Guess what? Here he is.
Chris.
Help yourself to a hot dog.
Up there. See ya.
He just so badly wants to be on this show, doesn't he?
He's already submitted his resume for next year.
Stuck over there on the those guys.
Those guys.
He could be one of the other guys.
But I hear it's like we're not going to be on that much longer.
No, we're drawing to a close. It's I guess we've probably been sapping some ratings from the main show.
Yeah.
Getting down to finals time, so
they're about to send protection services over to shut this thing down, or what?
Yeah, I think so. We've had a blast, though. It's been awesome on the other guys this week. Trav, it's been great hanging out with you.
It's been good hanging out with you. It's been a while. I mean, the last time we hung out was Bells, and I don't think either of us remember that.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It was a long time ago. I mean, you've popped up in Bali once or twice.
It's good getting a couple magazine guys with the headset on.
Yeah.
I'm learning a new skill.
Not many of us magazine guys get to hang out too often anymore.
We're too busy trying to survive.
There's not too many of those magazines left. What's your plans for the rest of for all of 2018?
Do I have to have a QS plan? I live day by day. No, I just want to say this was really fun, and I think I'm a big advocate for things like this in surfing that kind of blend core and fun together in a way that I don't know. As we get more sophisticated in everything that's going on in surfing, we lose a bit of this, and it's not for everyone, but hopefully some of you out there are enjoying these different banters and some of the people we're bringing in and getting a little more casual insight into what's actually being talked about outside the main stage. And what's going on in there is super important as well, but I think there's room for this. And I did learn that your ears get really hot when you wear this for a really long time. What other things did I learn? That's the biggest takeaway. Your ears get really hot.
I learned that a brand that has its own beer, like Volcom does with Primo, I'm down to go to any event they want to put on.
Yeah. No, I think that would be a very good, wise thing for Red Bull to get us kind of trailing, maybe drafting off of that series. So Red Bull, let's remember that.
Let's have a look at some of our picks from today. You're picking Noah Dean. He's still going.
I'm going to hang with Noah.
I'm picking Jack Robinson. He's still alive. Cam Richards
your local boy.
Mason Ho literally as he got knocked out.
Let's just have Cam represent himself since Mason's out.
Well, he doesn't need to because Balaram Stack is barracking for his East Coast boy. Kalani David, our team rider, who picked up a sponsor, no doubt, off the back of our efforts.
Yeah, from June Joe, who's a
He's
legend
also on
himself.
the Jack Robbo train. Also Josh Moniz, who's his homeboy from growing up right here on the North Shore. Leo Fioravanti and Nick Von Rupp, the Euro boys, they're getting behind Aritz Aramburu.
Can't knock
and
that.
Brad Doherty from Volcom getting behind Carlos Munoz, who just dropped a perfect 10. So things are looking good. All pretty much Eagles traffic, which we weren't predicting. I kind of talked Nick and Brad into that, and I'm the only lone one up here going for TB12. Everyone else on the Eagles, so a lot of hate.
Kalohe's got, he can, Kalohe and
America.
Dusty Payne will hold it down for the Patriots.
Well, Kalohe's probably going to figure out at about 5 minutes to go who he's supporting.
Yeah, he's a flip-flopper.
And, well, we've done good or bad for surfing all week. I think we might run through some of the topics now and review some of the results. So the big one is foiling, good or bad for surfing. Pretty much everyone said it's good. We are the last guys to comment because we wouldn't have good. Maybe if you're from the Hawaiian Foiling Association.
What do you think? I want to hear what you think. We've listened to all these people blabber about it.
I have no idea. I can barely stand on a surfboard. Once you start putting in winged keels, I don't know. I'm a bit with Mason Ho. 3 foils this big.
3 foils that big. All right, keeps you lower to the ground, lower profile. I don't know. I'm not one for too many gimmicks. I like still trying to figure out how to ride a surfboard.
More another topic, wave pools. This is one where we're kind of coming at it from different angles.
Yeah, I've obviously learned a bit, I think, this week just by talking to all the media guys.
And going down slides.
But
Look at you.
I tried to test my skills in a pool, going down a slide.
I think my Superman here goes really unrecognized there.
Yeah, super.
Just wanted to point that out. Me, wave pools, all about them. Surfed the one in Japan that was crazy. Surfed the one in Wales that looks like it's just a light version of Kelly's. Would love to get an invite. Should probably answer the phone next time Kelly rings to try and go to
We've been
Surf
busy
Ranch.
this week. We've been busy.
Maybe Kelly would like the other guys to go to his event.
Yeah.
Later on this year.
I'll throw the party. You can ride the wave.
Perfect.
Let's do that. I'm into party planning.
The majority of our guests, they were all about wave pools, but we rewrote the book on how they should run out. Like KALANI wants a U-Haul just full of toys. He wants to kite, surf, foil, skate, wake
Noah
skate.
wants to turn it into a skate park.
Noah wants rails, boxes, the works, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What else?
Costco surfboards. We learned that they're
free
they're
refunds?
an investment. Yeah, free refills on those. And to be honest, they're going to keep people that are just learning to surf safer. Just let's keep them out of the way, I guess, of main peaks until unless you're Jamie. But
what about surf schools?
Surf schools are keeping most of these local surf communities in business, and I back that.
That was not an angle we suspected.
No, we did not see that coming.
What about
at all.
foil board surf schools?
We're going to need to implement them, and I hope they have
Foil
padded
schools.
foils.
Oh, hello.
Ah,
What do we got here?
jumping the gun.
Man,
Everybody wants in
everyone's
here.
so
Everybody
keen
wants
to
a
get
dog.
on.
Everybody wants a dog.
I wonder if Jack Robinson wants a hot dog.
Benzi's always trying to take care of Jack Robinson because he's from the same town. I understand, but let's see what other good or bad for surfings did we
Doesn't
debate?
want a hot dog apparently.
Jack's not eating hot. He's got a heat. So you don't want to have a hot dog in your system out there. That'd be horrifying.
They're nutritious and delicious.
Horrifying.
Guitars. Did we decide guitars are good or bad for surfing?
We decided that.
Who was that?
That was Noah? Oh, Noah's getting blown out again.
The boys.
My pick.
Yep.
The wild card. It's looking good. I got my pick.
Well, that's how you start a heat. Up against Balaram and who
no,
else
Cam.
is going?
That's Cam.
No, Balaram's pick.
Oh,
Cam Richards.
Balaram's pick.
Hey,
Yeah.
Matt Bemrose.
Hey,
Hello, mate.
boys.
Welcome to the other
How
guys.
you doing? I've been hanging to get here.
Yeah.
I heard we got a couple of minutes left. I just came from the booth in there.
Wow, that was a did you know? Wow. Okay.
Noah,
I just
know.
finally got a good glimpse at it.
I just came out of that booth and straight into this and seen our boy Noah get blown out. It's oh man, I was so stoked for him.
Mate, you just had a baby. Congratulations
Thank
on that.
you.
Beautiful that you ditched the baby to come hang with us.
Yeah, well,
straight to pipe.
Explain that one to the missus.
If they're online, Bobby, his name's Bobby.
Shout out to Bobby Bemrose.
Yeah, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby, welcome to the world.
And the first one's Banjo. Welcome. He's 12 days old. The birth went really good. The second one, they just go out like that. Okay?
Out with the spit.
They just flow out. They get blown
Similar to
out
that.
the spit like what's going on there today.
Yeah, there's an illustration of birth.
Would
Into
you
the
like ketchup, mustard?
I don't eat meat.
Oh, dear.
Neither
These are
do I.
vegan.
You know why? No, not a vegan.
No, these are vegan, though.
Oh, no, you're tripping. I don't eat meat because I've got a thing from the doctor. My arteries are so clogged.
Oh, well, it's
No,
good
they're
to
not.
quit eating meat. I won't eat anything I won't kill. I don't know how to kill a hot dog.
I had a bet with someone I could go 3 hours without eating meat. Righto.
Mate, did you sneak out yesterday for a wave?
I did. I was out there all morning. Didn't you see me out there?
I saw you get a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I was wondering. Off the wall is kind of your zone.
It was me or Wakita.
What's happening in the real event? But we're kind of wrapping up here. We're about to like really send it into Super Bowl Sunday day. What's happening? What are we?
Okay,
what can we pull into here in the main event?
We're up to the quarterfinals. We got Noah Dean and we got 3 other guys. I'm not sure. I just saw him get blown out.
Coa Smith, Evan Valier, and Cam Richards.
Okay, there you go.
Stacked heat.
We've got a stack. I mean, it's the quarterfinals.
We got Hawaiians, South Carolinians, Australians.
It's huge out there. Look at this thing right now. That's a 35, 40-foot wave landing on everyone's tinea toes. Do you see that thing?
Yeah, somebody just got...
and they said it's dropping. It's definitely not dropping. It's getting bigger from what I can see. That thing is huge right now. And then we just had a heat before. Carlos Munoz dropped to 10. Zeke was unfortunately locked. Look at this thing.
Is this some of the biggest pipe you've seen for competition?
No, because I've been coming here for like 20 years.
Yeah, there's been some big days.
There's been some big days, but it's you know what, Benzie? It is up there in regards to the fact it's perfect and it's consistent, and guys are dropping like 9s, 10s, 8s, 4s.
Oh, now there's backwash getting involved too.
Now there's backwash getting involved.
You guys, I have the saddest news of the week.
No, give it to me.
We only have a minute left for the other guys.
What?
Oh, man.
Can you... What happens now? Well...
Well, we should probably mention before we start
party
partying.
time.
We need to recap the week. We won a basketball game.
I definitely won a basketball game.
Hit
First
the
one in
winning
15
shot.
years and hit the winning shot over a guy that's like 6'4".
What?
Still can't walk 2 days later, but
Yeah,
it's
my
been
legs
real.
have buckled.
Ripley's, believe it or not.
We, this is us. It's the other guys. We're signing
Yeah.
off. That's Matt Bamrose.
Thanks for watching.
We've had a hell of a week. We've had
Follow
some
Matt
amazing guests.
Bamrose into the big booth, and let's get a winner.
Noah Dean winning his heat right now. Jack Robertson, another one of our boys. Good luck to everyone, and we will see you in 2019.
Yeah!
More
2019.
North Shore.
Bye, everyone.
Mahalo.